everybody to today's VSmart. Just want to go ahead and get started. It's about 1 o'clock. So everybody that's here today, we thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I'm not going to hold you too long. What we're going to talk about today is a little bit update that we have gotten this week as far as some of the people have entered in, created a password, and then you'd have to email support to get your password. Well, we've got some great news, exciting announcement last night that we got with the corporate advisory board that's making it a little easier for us to get our password now if you ever run into that situation. So we're going to be doing that, talking about that. I'm going to show you, of course, every week I like to show you who's behind your virtual portal, the leadership, the people that take the time to come out to the people out here and express really how important it is to get this knowledge out and train the people about your virtual portal and the exciting technology that we have, which is the VSmart, which I'll talk more about the usage and the value of that as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, my name is Coach Danner here with the Corporate Advisory Board. Just been enjoying the last couple months since our launch of May 16th, I believe that weekend down in Tampa, Florida. We had an excellent time, and it was exciting. And I'm just going to show you some of the leadership, the people who you hear at our webinars. We have webinars normally Tuesday, 2 webinars. Thursday, we have a Google Hangout. Also, we have a webinar tonight at 10. And then Saturday, we have a training with normally CEO Colleen Sullivan does a training on Saturdays. Very important that you get there. She gives updates a lot of times, but some of the training is just outstanding. She is one of the leaders out here when it comes to not just being a CEO, but leading by example, and she's put together a lot of trainings and by video that you can watch as well. And then on Sundays, we have a Sunday night, just really it's a call that you can get updates, hear testimonies of people out here, the people out there on the ground that you normally might not see on the webinar, some of the people that's having some exciting results with your virtual portal VSmart and changing lives, and we have a call every Sunday night for that. So when you get your emails or you get these texts, you can plug in. So let's just get right into it. Like I said, I'll hold you probably about 15-20 minutes is what I try to keep you out of your busy. I know you're busy, but being here today, it does take a lot of effort to get to some of these afternoon calls because a lot of people are busy. So what I'm going to do is just go in and show you some of the people behind the scenes when we were talking about your virtual portal's leadership. Okay, here we go. So the first one here, let's just get right into it. And you can see CEO John and Colleen Sullivan. And when we talk about leadership, you can see here at our first convention, Colleen is speaking, giving some great announcements, excitement, and John is excellent, and we'll talk more about him and what he's doing to demonstrate for thousands of people out there across the country how to use the VSmart. There are videos that he's taken the time to give you some great creative activity as far as how to sell the VSmart. And of course, Colleen is, you see her pretty much every Saturday at 12. But John is working behind the scenes doing a lot of great things. Great guy. To be a part of your virtual portal with John is just tremendous. And bringing on the talent, Hector Rosario, he is actually a master distributor. He's always somewhere out there across the United States helping tons of people. He's a master at putting the right people and connecting the right people to use their gifts to make even your virtual portal stronger as we're growing at a rapid speed. Then we have our Spanish community with Johnny Uraca. He's actually in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Great experience in this industry as far as launching companies and trainings. He does a webinar every Wednesday. Last night at 10 o'clock Eastern time, you probably saw the webinar that Johnny does. And he's really committed to making sure that this tool called Your Virtual Portal VSmart is getting out there to the Spanish community as well. And then, of course, for our pastors, in nonprofits and churches, this is Pastor Battle. He is actually excellent when it comes to not only showing how to help the community and get the word out there. Monday nights, he does what you call a pastor leadership call, where there's a lot of pastors just coming on board with nonprofit churches. And they not only just go over the value of how you can connect with people and help people out there getting the word out, whether it be from the ministry, but at the same time, they strategize and can also show you how that you can come on board and get the benefits of being a nonprofit as well. So that's every Monday at 8. And then our leadership here, oh my goodness, Ken and Lisa, definitely you got to hear these guys, especially every Thursday at 10 o'clock Eastern. They do our opportunity webinar. So when it comes to really going from A to Z through this opportunity, from how to benefit, why you need a vSmart, the numbers don't lie. When you look at the statistics out there, where we're going, we always mention things like, last year in 2013, the personal computer is no longer number one. There are more people with smartphones than there are with personal computers. And Ken and Lisa are experts at breaking down the technology, showing where we're going and where we're headed, and how your virtual portal is already there. We're ahead of the curve, right? We're trendsetters here, and they do a great job also breaking down the opportunity, how you can change lives, and with the opportunity of making an income, rolling up your sleeves, going to work. And they're definitely a good team together that care about people. Duplication, showing you when you do come on board with your virtual portal, we want to be here to make sure that you succeed, to keep it as simple as possible. And so they're great. And they also do the Sunday night call. And then on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern, oh my goodness, you got Chris and Kelly here. Chris Vivasi, and he's definitely, when it comes to business, him and Kelly, that's what they've done for years with their expertise going out into the tech realm, technology. And if you want to really understand the breakdown of things, some people you can't relate to because they can't keep it simple. One thing I've learned about Chris and Kelly is they have a way of saying something that can be complicated and making it very simple. That's something that the owner, CEO, Colleen Sullivan, is also able to do as well. So if you're into the business, and if you hear the term white labeling, where you can go out here to huge corporations and they can get set up through your virtual portal without having to see your virtual portal symbol there. There are a lot of companies that love that. They get more in detail on not only that side of the technology with your virtual portal in the corporation, but also how you can also have a great income out there talking business to business as well. So then last but not least, this is my wife, Rachel. You probably hear her Tuesday nights. She does the vSmart vShop Live training live, where she's actually doing a Google Hangout, which is what we're doing now, a vShop Live, which is what we're also doing now, but she also is doing a webinar. She's doing all three at one time, and that's her at our first national convention, just doing some training and answering some questions. So you see her live. So that's just the leadership that we have to show you behind the scenes what we have here, how fast we're growing, how big we are, and the potential of what we're looking at doing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move into one of the updates that was given last night. Is a lot of people, I'm going to take you to this site, you can go there. So if you ever have a problem with your password now, instead of emailing support, you can now simply just look at the page I have up now with yourvirtualportal.net, and you'll see right there where I'm putting the pointer, it says forgot password. So just like traditional companies out there, if you forget your password, you just click forgot password, and then all of a sudden check your email, there it is. Well, now we are doing that same thing. We had to get some things worked out, but at the time of right now, it's there, so you can go there and you don't have to answer the questions or wait for Rachel's live training. And that's one of the questions we get a lot is, I forgot my password, what do I do? Well, email support. You no longer have to do that. So that'll make it very, very simple for you. So just want to give that update. Also, while we're on that update, we also have our site that's coming out in the near future. And the site that you're looking at right now is going to be, oh my goodness, the new site that they're putting together. Can't wait to see it. But right now, I mean, we're doing very well, bringing in hundreds and thousands of people even using this site. One thing I like about this site here is when I was mentioning Colleen Sullivan and really talking about the type of leadership that she brings to your virtual portal, we help people do what they do better. And one thing you can see right here is she has videos, and I'm more of a visual person, just like you probably appreciate that. That's the whole point of our vSmart. You can text a vSmart to anybody, and it only takes seconds. And why is that so important? And the reason why that's so important is because it's cheaper. You see, for years, most of the time, I'm going to put it back on the big screen for a second. I'm going to show you a few things of how we used to do business. And for the most part, some of you probably have seen these. This is what you call a cassette tape. And you may go out and you pass these tapes out, and you might be taught to pass out 5 a day, or however your instructor or your personal mentor, or sometimes they call them your sponsor, or whatever team training you're doing, and you're out passing out these these cassette tapes, and when you run out, you have to buy more. Those days are gone. So then we moved into the business card. Not saying that these don't work, but you can get all these business cards, and let's say if you got 500, you're supposed to pass out 500 of these one at a time. So there are thousands and millions of these. But for these to exist, there has to be a tree cut down. Somebody's cutting down a tree because they come from wood. It's paper. The same thing with this. This is what you call a trifold. Somebody's probably handed you this before, and you flip through it, and it's a trifold. It gives all the information about a particular opportunity or product. So from looking at that to the circulars, which you get every day in the mail, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with these, because if you go check your mail today, you'll probably see more trees that's been cut down so that you can get these. And so one thing that I love about the V-Smart, and I'm going to just take you there for a second. All you need is this. This is what you consider a phone, a cell phone, and you can text as many unlimited V-Smarts. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can text unlimited V-Smarts, and it doesn't cost you anything. I mean, it's less than $1 a day to have the technology to do this, which is very inexpensive. So no more ordering, business cards, and you can basically just text a V-Smart. And when you text that V-Smart, it's going to come to the phone. It's not an app, so you don't have to download anything, which is very, 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 very powerful. A lot of people ask all the time, is this application, once it's set, is it set? And if I need to change anything, do I have to call a tech person, have them, wait on them, and then they may charge $50, $60 to make that change? No, you can make changes in less than 30 seconds. I mean, whether you take and replace that YouTube video, for example, anything that you see here can be changed. And, like if you was using this for charity, then you can see St. Jude Children's Hospital Research. That's one that you can look at right there. The kids need our help, please, or learn more about St. Jude's. You've got YouTube videos. You've got the icons, Facebook, Twitter, and see, when you look at a V-Smart, it brings all those twos together. I like to call them the stars. And what I mean by stars is if you go to any award show, especially in LA when they have the Emmy Awards, and you're going to have all the stars there. Well, Facebook is a star, Twitter's a star, Pinterest, that's a star, LinkedIn, that's a star, YouTube, that's another star. We take and bring all of those together in one platform. And now you're able to take the stars, send them out. So now you don't have your Facebook in the closet, you don't have your Twitter in the kitchen, and then maybe your LinkedIn in the trunk of the car. We take and put everything in one platform, bring it together, and then if you want to be personal and brand yourself, you can, because you can create whatever you want to say at the top here. Like this one says Richard Tan, BDO Investor Relations. Okay, that's an investment. Might be something as simple as Pastor Matthew Hartsfield, Van Dyke Church. So a pastor can have a message, and then if he wants to do another message, maybe it's a particular week that they're focusing on a particular topic, then he can do a quick YouTube video, simply copy paste, go back there, change it, and that video is right there. And then of course you can donate below. A lot of people like the call to action buttons, where you can just basically tell people exactly what to do by clicking on the link below. There's just so much. You can buy now. You can attach your PayPal account there and buy now. People can buy real time when you send that text, along with gift cards. And I'm just giving you all these different examples of V-Smarts that are already set up at your .com site. You'd be surprised how many people will say, wow, how do I market this? It's real simple. Just go to your .com site, and when you pull up your .com site, the screen's going to look like this, and you'll say, oh, okay, well, where do I go from here? Well, we've got a video on about everything. But if you put your pointer on product, by the way, if you've got somebody interested in this, you can take them to your .com site, tell them to put their pointer on product, and just click on V-Smart Return on Advertisement tool. And when they click on V-Smart Return on Advertisement tool, there's going to be one product, 13 ways to market your smartphone. There's a video they can play. So we have everything set up where you don't have to be a salesperson. What we are is information tour guides. We just simply text them the information, and then the site will direct them directly where they want to go. So now when you look down here, to the .com site and you're clicking on the vSmart advertisement, you're going to actually come down to the bottom and it's going to have categories. And there's about 100 categories here that your virtual portal already have that you can click on. To give you an example, if somebody's interested, and some people will say, oh, wow, that's my company. My company's there. You can see there's Mary Kay, Nu Skin. These are companies that you'll see a listing here, and this probably at some point Rep has gotten involved and are using a vSmart. But you can see where you can see these different names that CEO, Colleen Sullivan already has back here in our website, and you can just click on them and just let people go through there and look. And it's amazing the different ideas you get when you click on them. And then if you want to get more personal, like I mentioned, John Sullivan, Colleen's husband, he's done a lot of different videos that you can literally click on. I'm going to click on one example that's really, really popular that people like. And this one here is when it comes to John Williams. A lot of people like to update how to use it if you're wanting to give a training or update. So I'll just play a little bit of that and then I'll stop it and we'll go to another one. But this is just showing you value and creating ideas of how I'm able to just send out a vSmart. And a lot of times when people have questions, I definitely can point them to the direction, whether it be a live webinar with the gentlemen and the ladies that we've talked about as far as the leadership here that we have every day pretty much. And then also you can just go to your .com site and they can just simply click and listen to John give an example of if you wanted to do a training or get your team together.
Hey guys, what's up? It's John here. A couple quick important announcements for you guys. This is going to be the same thing for the next 4 weeks. Every Monday night at 9 o'clock, the company is going to be hosting a webinar. Try to get as many people on the webinar as you can. If for some reason they can't.
Now, I'm going to stop it, but you can see where he's already just given an example. Now, there's thousands and thousands of people, leaders out there, and that's one of the biggest things or one of the problems that they have is trying to connect with people at because emails, people don't get it. 90% of the emails, 80% of the emails are either not open or maybe go to spam. Then when you start to look at calling someone, well, that would take a lot of time. But when it comes to texting, oh my goodness, you can just send a text to as many people as you want. And with that message coming out, they can click on it, and now they can be on the same accord of the meeting or the Saturday training where they're going to be given recognition or whatever you're doing that particular Saturday. On that training point. So that's just an example there that you can use. Another good example is the one here I like to show is John Walker. You got a lot of CEOs that plan things out here. I'll just let you know. I'm not going to play all of it.
Hey guys, next Sunday, just a quick announcement, and it's going to be the company picnic. So everyone's invited.
Now, that is just basically a company picnic. And in that company picnic, he's going to be able to send that out to everybody, let them know what time to be there, what to do, this, that, and the other, who's going to be the guest and for the entertainment, what band's going to be there, what's going to be on the menu for food. That's just an example that, and again, this is John Sullivan doing these videos for us to get out there to the people. And, so there's just so many that you can click on down there. So when you see vSmart for personal use, you'd be surprised how many people that are not aware of those videos to give people examples instead of you having to do the talking. Just share this with them and people will say, wow, that's pretty neat. I love how you already have pre-vSmart examples set up. So when they plug in, they can just plug into the Tuesday training if they want to know how to build it, or they can just simply, every page when you're building a vSmart, Colleen has a video there that literally shows you how to do that vSmart, and we normally do them under 7 minutes. And if you have to go in and make a change, like I said, it only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to go in and make a quick change, where with an application or an app, you can't do that. You hear people say sometimes, oh, I think I've seen that or I've got that. Well, ask them first to text it to you. And then when they text it to you, I haven't got that text yet, but if they do text you something similar to this, ask them, how do you make your changes? What if there's a video out there that gets more pull? And a lot of companies know that their advertisement changes daily. You may be something out there that you want to use today, and then a month from now, wow, I want that. Well, with us, just simple copy and paste, make that change. Doesn't take but a second. Boom. So, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to make that change. So, like I said, get set up for less than $1 a day, and you're in business with your virtual portal, your vSmart, able to text it, be effective communicating with people out there, because texting is the most effective way to communicate. And now from that point, you're able to really have something that nobody else has when it comes to a texting tool, where You can text it. It has all your social media links. It's affordable, easy to make changes, and training the second to none when you get your website. So I'm going to take this off the screen, and I'm going to pretty much let everybody go. It's about 1:20, and I appreciate everybody coming out. Again, I really like getting involved with the training aspect of the value of what we have. And of course, you can plug in tonight at 10. We have a webinar that you'll be able to look at and appreciate the, you know, leadership that we have. And they're going to go more into the opportunity, more value, the statistics of what people are and why people are headed this way. Like I said, there are more people now with smartphones than there are with personal computers. And when you look at how many texts, when you look at, just look at your phone. Just look at your phone right now and ask yourself, how many unopened texts do you have? For the most part, people answer their texts and they respond back. We use vSmart. Somebody asked this the other day. They said, you have a package in there. It's called the Pro Pack or the Professional Package, and you get 10 vSmarts. And at that price, it's just unbeatable. You can go to your .com site and see what I'm talking about. But they said, why would I need 10 vSmarts? Once you see the power in what we have, what you start finding out is, okay, you're going to have your regular business. And of course, you build a vSmart under 7 minutes for that. And you can make changes if you like. But then you may have a training vSmart where you do all your trainings on that particular vSmart. And then you may have another vSmart that you use for just updates because you have to, the money's in the follow-up. So anytime you're doing updates, you want to make sure that people are effectively getting your updates. Just like John gave that example of, hey guys, we're having a training Saturday morning at 8. Make sure you're there. We're going to have some recognition, be on time. We're exciting about this meeting we're having Saturday morning, and you text that out. That's more of an update type / training way to use it. Now we're at 3 already. Then there's birthdays. How many people go buy a business card? Excuse me, not a business card, but a birthday card. And in that birthday card, you're sitting there in whatever store you go to pick it, bottom line, you're sitting there, but it's not really something personal. I could go buy that same card and send it to anybody. But with a vSmart, you could be personal. You could basically just make your own birthday YouTube video or Mother's Day, Christmas. There's a holiday in about every month. And then you got birthdays. Calculate how much money you're spending when you buy those types of things. But by having your extra vSmarts, you can just build that vSmart for whatever holiday or whatever the case may be, and you can send that out. And it's personal, and just let them know, hey, mom, dad, just want to let you know I love you. Happy birthday, dad. And this is the family here. You might have the family behind singing happy birthday. And then, first of all, they get the text, and then they're texting it to everybody. Look what my kid sent me, or look what my son. Yes, we have 13, 14-year-olds that have vSmarts. And then you let them know, hey, that vSmart will stay up. Use that particular one. It's going to be up for about 2 to 3 weeks, mom, dad. So it's there for you. Now, of course, it'll always be in YouTube land. But the point is, you're able to now have something more emotional, I guarantee you they'll like that better than the card that you picked out at the store. Same thing when it comes to anniversaries. And even in following up in business, every holiday you can send a vSmart saying, hi guys, just I know we've got 4th of July weekend coming up, or we've got Labor Day coming up, whatever the holiday is, just want to let everybody know to have a safe holiday, and we'll catch up. But that's it. Now, you don't have to get into trying to say, hey, don't forget our call, this, that, and the other. When they see your vSmart, they're going to see your social media links at the bottom. And now you're branding yourself, because in this business today, everybody wants to brand themselves. Gatorade, is it in you? If you say, is it in you, most people think Gatorade. Well, when you're sending your vSmart, you want to put your name or your brand there. So Facebook is a way to brand yourself. LinkedIn, Twitter, people are following you. So every time you send that vSmart, it's not so much that I've got to sell the product. See, people do business with people they know, people who they care, or trust. And what you're doing by sending that vSmart out is you're branding yourself, because people now will click on Facebook or LinkedIn. They begin to follow you, and before you know it, they're buying. You see, so you're able to stay in front of the people. And again, you're not having to go out, cut down trees, or somebody's cutting down that tree so you can get that business card, or like we mentioned earlier, that trifold. You don't have to worry about doing that anymore. Unlimited vSmarts can be sent out. And if maybe you're in a corporation where you have I need 1,000, or a politician or something, where yes, we have those too. They use these, but we have bulk texting. You can go to your .com site and you can simply see where you can send out 1,000 or 500 vSmarts. We've got every angle covered. That's a question that comes up sometimes is, what if I've got 500 people I need to text at one time? Well, great, we've got that handled. You see, so everything is here for you to succeed. So next week, next Thursday at 1 o'clock, we look forward to hanging out with you again. And again, stay plugged into the webinars. Those are very important. Our Saturday training with Colleen, you want to get your people here. We'll do everything for you. So a lot of times, we may go into interviewing. Sometimes I may have someone like I've had in the past. Some of the leaders are here, and they will interview, and that's fun because you'll get to see them on the screen. It won't just be hearing me. So we look at doing things like that, and you can invite people out here. So enjoy the rest of your day, and again, look forward to seeing you on the opportunity call tonight at 10. And don't forget about the Saturday trainings with CEO Colleen Sullivan. She's always got some great training or update, something to bring to the field. So we're excited about the month of July. It's just been awesome. I mean, ever since we launched May 16th, and to be able to see the countries that are coming on board, you see flags at our .com site, because every single one of those flags signify that's a country where we have people out there doing vSmarts or in your virtual portal. Of course, we can do business in any country. That's not a big deal as far as if you don't see a flag up there. And at the same time, it's easy to pay. She pays every Friday. I'm talking about the CEO, Colleen Sullivan, has paid every Friday, even since September in our pre-launch. So that's one thing you can appreciate is Fridays, sometimes she's paid early. Imagine that. And she's never missed a pay. Whether you're international, here in the U.S., it doesn't matter, paid every Friday. So just text a vSmart. That's the easiest way, and Colleen will tell you, we help you do what you do better. That's what we're about doing. So just text that vSmart. That's how we sell it. There's no explaining. Just text it. They'll see it. They'll like it. They'll probably say, wow, I haven't seen anything like that before. And of course, they're probably got questions and want to get set up with a free sample, which we know we have unlimited free samples that you can give out. And once they come on board, then you have another person out there that you're sharing with the virtual smart or the vSmart. So, all right, awesome time today. Enjoyed everybody that came out and took the time out of their busy schedule. So we'll touch bases with you next week. Enjoy your day.